If you're Canadian and no one ever taught you what to look out for to save money when filing your taxes, you're not alone. I used to see this all the time when I worked in banking. People missing slips, not claiming deductions, or even getting letters from the CRA because they didn't know what to include. So let's change that. Today, I'm going to walk you through the main tax slips that you should be aware of before you file your taxes this year, so you can save more money and stay out of trouble with the CRA. So grab your notepad and let's get into it. First is employment income. If you worked a salary job during the year, the main slip you'll get is the T4. This is the one that shows how much income you earned and how much deductions were taken from your income. Your employer will typically provide this to you within the first 2 months of the year. Now, if you worked from home or use your own car or supplies for work, your employer might have to fill out the T2200. That's what allows you to deduct things like home office expenses or mileage on your vehicle. But you will need that form from your employer first. Next category we have is if you're self-employed, a freelancer, or a commission-based worker. You'll likely get a T4A slip instead of a T4. Companies that provide you with a T4A slip will typically not take any taxes out from the source, so it is your responsibility to report this to the CRA when filing your taxes and, of course, pay taxes on it. You will also use Form T2125. This is where you'll list your business income and any eligible expenses that you can claim, like your home office expenses, your travel costs, your marketing, things within that nature. If you're self-employed, this is one of the most important forms for you to use to reduce your taxable income. Next is your investment income. If you made any investments through a non-registered account, then you will need these slips. A T5, this is for interest or dividends. A T3, that's for mutual funds or ETFs. A T5008, or a realized gain loss report. This is for your capital gains or losses when you were trading stocks. And a T4PS if your employer gave you any extra money through a profit sharing plan or dividends. So for me, when I was at the bank, whenever we would get company shares, and they match a percentage of your income, yada, 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 you would get a thing for that if it's non-registered. These investment tax slips will typically come from your investment brokerage, so Wealthsimple, Questrade, your bank, wherever your investment account is held at. Next is your RRSP. You want to use your RRSP deduction receipt if you made any contributions in your RRSP in the previous year or in the first 60 days of the current tax year. That can also be applied. This will be used to claim the contributions so you can reduce your taxable deduct your income for the year. And next is your T4RSP. If you took any money out of your RRSP, you'll be provided with that slip. Next, if you have an FHSA and you put money in or took money out, you'll be getting a T4 FHSA. And if you put money in, you're able to use this to reduce your taxable income for the year, similar to the RRSP contributions. Next are tuition and education credits. If you're a student, you might qualify for tuition tax credits. For Canadian schools, you'll get a T2202 slip. If you studied abroad, you'll get a TL11A form. Those credits can really help reduce how much taxes you owe or increase your refund. Now, here are some more important slips to keep on your radar for tax season. A T2201 for the disability tax credit if you or your family member qualify. A T4E if you received any employment insurance EI benefits during the year. A T4A OAS or a T4AP if you received any government pensions. And charitable donation receipts. If you made any contributions and donations to a registered charity, you can also claim a tax credit for that. And medical expenses. Keep your receipts. You can claim certain out-of-pocket medical costs if they are above a certain threshold. Next is rental income and credits. So first, if you collected rents, so you were a landlord, you want to report this income on Form T776, which is a statement of real estate rentals. On the other hand, if you paid rents and you lived in Ontario, you could qualify for the Ontario Trillium benefit, which is essentially a credit that helps to offset some of the rent and energy costs. So keep your rental receipts for that purpose. And on top of all that, be aware of the tax deadline. So for personal taxes, the due date to file is April 30th. For self-employed taxes, you have up till June 15th. However, if you owe taxes and you're self-employed, you have to pay this by April 30th. So ideally, if you can, do everything before April 30th. Those are some of the major tax slips that you require when filing your taxes in Canada. Having these ready and being aware that you do need these could save you a lot of trouble with the CRA going forward and save you a ton of money if there was a deduction that you could claim. I hope this video has added some value into your financial journey in Canada, and stay tuned for more Finance Femster videos where I'll be sharing more financial literacy tips for Canadians. Have a great day.